Hi fashion lovers, you're welcome to another interesting video. In today's tutorial we are going to be learning how to make a wrap pants in 10 minutes. If it is something you want to learn, you need to keep watching this video. Don't forget to like and share this video if you find it very interesting. Alright guys, let's get started. To get started, I have my fabric. I'm making use of a vintage fabric, so you can also use a crepe or thick chiffon fabric. So I have about 2.5 yards of fabric here. If you're on a very plus size, you can use 3 yards of fabric, but I'm making use of 2.5. So this is the length of the fabric, which is 60 inches. This is the length. So from the top here, you want to fold the fabric like this. You want to go ahead and fold the fabric. So I'm using the whole 2.5 yards of fabric. So you want to fold it first, then you go ahead again and fold it for the second time. Did you see? After folding it the first one, you go ahead and fold for the second time like this. So making it a 4 fold. Did you see that? So when you count it is about 4, and this is the length, which is my 60 inches. Though I'm not going to be making use of the 60 inches, I'm going to be marking the length of my trouser. So I have it as 4 fold. Did you see that? So from this part, you want to go ahead from the top, you want to go ahead and mark 1 inch, which is going to serve as your starting point line. So you want to go ahead and mark the length of your trouser. So it's going to be a floor length. So you want to mark add like 2 or 3 inches to the length of your normal trouser. So I'm making use of 4 to 5 inches, and I'm going to be leaving 1 inch for the folding allowance, just 1 inch. I'll just go ahead and mark. So this is the length of my trouser, and the other line is the 1 inch for my hemming allowance. So I want to go ahead and cut it out like this. So after cutting out the length, you want to come to this folded edge like this. From this side now, you want to go ahead and mark your crouch length. So to get your crouch length, you want to divide your hip by 4. So whatever thing you have, you mark, then you add 2 inches extra because this is going to be a free wrap trouser. So my crouch length is 9 inches, and I added 2 inches, making it 11. So from this folded edge, you measure 7 inches. So from this folded edge, you come inward by 7 inches, and that 7 inches you are going to connect with a curve to your crouch length. So if you're on a very plus size, you can use 8 inches. So from that line that you came inward with, you want to go ahead and use a curve to link it to your crouch. Did you see? You want to just link it to your crouch. Remember, we started from the folded edge, and on the waistline we came inward by 7 inches. So from this point now, after the 7 inches, you want to go and mark 1/4 of your waist circumference, and you want to add 5 inches extra. So you can use 5 inches extra, you can use 6 inches extra, you can also make use of 7 inches extra, depending on how you want the trouser to overlap. So for me, I use 5 inches. So you want to mark 1/4 of your waist circumference plus 5 inches extra. So this is what I have. So on that 5 inches extra, I'm going to mark a straight line from the waist to the down part to cut it out. So you can just come from the edge here and measure whatever thing you have just to achieve a straight line. So because we're going to be cutting this off, we're going to be cutting it off to the down part. So we'll go ahead and cut. When you are done cutting, make sure to use a pin and hold it down. So you go ahead and cut this part as well. So after cutting, this is what I have. So did you see? You want to open it up, and this is what you have when you open it up. So you want to go ahead and sew this. Did you see? Sew this part by 1/2 inch, and as you can see, I have sewn it. This is on the wrong side now. I have sewn by 1/2 inch. So you want to go ahead and notch like this, notch it all around. So when you are done, you want to fold in the side like this, and sew. You want to fold it in by 1/2 inch and fold it again and sew the sides of this wrap. You also want to do the same to this side as well. So you also want to fold the hem part of this pant. You fold it by the 1 inch that you have added, or by the sewing allowance that you have added. So this is what I have. So I turned it to the right side now, and as you can see, this is the folded edges. I've folded the wrap edges, so I've also turned it back to the wrong side. So this is the wrong side of this. Did you see that? So you want to open it up like this. Did you see the way I'm opening it up? The wrong side. This is the wrong side. Did you see now? You want to open it up, the wrong side facing the wrong side. So you want to turn it like this. This is the right side now. This is the waistline. So, and this is the way the wrap is. So for the waistline, I added 1 inch before measuring the length. So I'm going to be trimming off 1/2 inch and leaving the other 1/2 inch as the joining allowance for my band. So you want to keep your waist like this, and go ahead and measure the length or the waist length. So what I have is 20 inches when you measure. So we're going to be cutting out a band, and the band we are going to be cutting like 45 inches depending on what you want. So you want to have like 10 to 15 inches on the side, like the band extension. You want to have like 10 inches or 15 inches extension on your band. So you're going to be marking, cutting out your length of your band for the waist, and then you add like extra 15 inches on both sides for the extension. For me, I'll be cutting out 45 inches to have like 12 inches on as the extension on both sides of the band, and I'm going to be cutting 2 of the band. So this is what I have as my band. So let me measure what I cut out. 45 inches is what I have, and then the length is 5 inches. Did you see that? So by the time I fold the band, I will have it as 2 inches. So you go ahead and fold the band like this. So by the time you measure it, you are going to be having 2.5 inches, which 1/2 inch is going to serve as the sewing allowance, and then 2 inches is going to be the length of the band. So I cut out 2 pieces for my band. So you want to go ahead and fold your band into 2 like this. Did you see that? To get the midpoint of your band, you want to fold your band into 2 to get the midpoint. Then you go ahead and notch it like this. So this is the wrap trouser and this is my band. I'm going to be placing the band to the wrap. So get the middle of the band and place it on the middle of the trouser, and then use your pin and hold it down. I'm going ahead to sew one side of the band. Did you see? So I'm going to show you how I fixed in this side. So you want to place the band to the trouser now, and then from this part you want to notch. So did you see on the edge like this? You want to notch like this. Did you see it? You want to notch it, then remove the pins from the before then you want to fold this into 2, and then achieve that the way the band wants to be. Then you want to go ahead and remove the pins, and from the notched part you turn it to the wrong side, and from the notched part you want to go ahead and sew that part. So from this notched part you sew the band like this. You also do the same for the other side. You want to flip it to the wrong side like this, and from the notched part you want to go ahead and sew this band that's on the wrong side now. So when you are done sewing, you want to trim off and notch, then go ahead and flip it to the right side. So you want to go ahead and use something and flip it to the right side, and then from that notch part you want to match up your waistline to the band. Did you see? So that's the way I made the other side. Did you see now? So it's now easier for you to join your band to the waistline. So you're also going to do the same to the other side. Flip it to the right side and match it up to the waistline, and then go ahead and join the bands to the waistline. This is how your band should look like after joining. So this is the final result after I was done making this pants. As you can see, it came out so nice. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, like and share this video, and see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye bye.